Gandhi once said, there is more to life than increasing its speed. Well, Gandhi wasn't a harness racing fan, and here at PA Harness Week, we have a need for speed. In this week's show, we have all the harness racing action you can handle. I'm Charlotte McBride, and you're watching PA Harness Week. Coming up in this next half hour, we'll show you an amazing performance by Guccio at Pocono. We'll show you his world record performance. And driver Tim Tetrick got a big win in Canada. I'll talk with him about it coming up. Plus, it's Sire Stakes time at both Harrah's and Pocono, and some top flight 3-year-olds were in the spotlight. Plus, the PHHA steps up to help fund a new machine to use in aiding drug testing. Racing's fastest paced half hour starts right now on Comcast Sportsnet.
To the goal! Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here is Brent Messenger into the early. 15-5 before the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Hello there, Kiyosami, and welcome to another exciting edition of PA Harness Week. How do I know it's exciting? I read the script. It's right in my hand. Did you read yours?
I haven't yet.
Well, it's exciting. Trust me.
No.
I've read it.
Okay. Oh,
it's excellent reading. It's just a good book you pick up and you can't put down until you finish reading it.
Yeah.
This is an exciting script. It's going to be an exciting show.
I'm kind of a last-second kind of gal. So,
Are you?
So you know what's going to happen, and I have no idea.
Oh, well, this is going to be fun, okay? All right, let me say this first. Let me start the show off with this. This popped into my head for no reason. I can't understand why it did, but it did. Do you remember the old days, maybe at Liberty Bell or Brandywine? And what they would do is when they charged admission, they would wait till the 7th race, and bettors, fans would congregate at the gate there. They would open the gate, they'd let them in for free, and when they did, the people coming out who paid would hand them a program. But what I couldn't understand was why these guys who've got pockets full of money and are going to bet on these horses would miss races to bet on just to save $2 and get in for free. The mind of the horse player.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know why that popped in your mind.
I don't know why anything pops in my mind, but they just go pop, you know?
I'm glad you shared that story, though.
All right, we got a world record that was tied at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. I told you it's exciting because you got this for them. Tell them.
I do. The preferred trot. The purse is $25,000. This is a really talented field of 9 here. Number 4 is Guccio, the 2-5 favorite. This is only his 7th start of the year. He's already won in 152 this season. The only other horse getting a little bit of support here is number 2, and it's opening night. 3-1 second choice, Tyler Buter in the bite. The rest are double digits.
Opening night is on top, leading it by about 1.5 lengths. Lightning Storm now on the outside, going to challenge that leader. Keystone Thomas in the pocket, watching it all third. The mare In Your Room is 4th. Guccio, the Meadowlands Invader, is the 2-5 favorite 5th. Tactor gets him to the outside as Lightning Storm has cleared up front. Also on the outside now, Fort Valley Oz, along with DW's NY Yank. At the back for You Almost Free and Real Babe. Again, the fractions are incorrect here, but the lead belongs to Lightning Storm by about a length here for George Knapp. And opening night looks like he has a notion to retake now. Buter sends him right back out. Inside, Keystone Thomas getting a trip, but now his cover is going to stop there as taking over his opening night. Guccio is launching on the outside for Tactor. Also outside coming up now is Fort Valley Oz, further back to In Your Room and DW's NY Yank. As they hit the 3/4 pole, it's still a slight lead for opening night, but Guccio is bearing down on him now. Further back to Lightning Storm, who's been used hard already, and late kick coming from Fort Valley Oz and DW's NY Yank. Top of the stretch, opening night on the inside, Guccio on the outside. Guccio taking a slight lead. Opening night is fighting hard, but he can't hold back. Guccio in from the Meadowlands.
A week ago, Jimmy Tactor, who trains Uncle Peter, set a new track and world record for his age group, right? Okay, they won the feature trot. So this is like deja vu all over again. We've got a Tactor trainee, Guccio, matching that record, 151 and 1 win. Hello, trotters.
Do you think Jimmy Tactor's got his horses in shape?
Yeah, so Guccio gets away 5th, and he's got Tactor in the bike. Meanwhile, there's all these horses kind of like battling on the front. First quarter is 26 and 4. Second quarter, 27-1. They get to the half in 54 flat. Okay, remember, trotters here. Yeah. Guccio comes first up and then just trots home the fastest to get the win. Opening night did finish second. Keystone Thomas picked up the show spot, and Jen Starr, who's from Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, she caught up with Jimmy Takter for more in the race.
Well, the horse been racing tremendous all year, and he's a closer. He's coming off behind, and the pace was very high, and I got a great trip, and He's just been a phenomenal horse this year, and every single start he's done this year has been just super.
What is behind your decision to drive him? Do you ever look at anyone else to drive? You always want to drive this horse, or what in particular is behind your decision?
Well, the horse, he was, he's not a really 100% steady horse. I mean, you kind of got to be a little patient with him, especially first half. And I had somebody drive him last year a couple times, and he made mistakes with him. So, I decided to drive him, and I drove him basically all year, and we did good together.
Thank you, Jen, the lady who is famous for wearing so many great hats on Derby Day and other days. The woman just looks for any excuse to put a skimmer on her head. But she's a great lady, does a great job at Pocono. By the way, the times at Pocono are insane on that red clay up there. I mean, it's a good thing they do have the Pocono Speedway up there, because even when Pocono Speedway is not open, it's fast up there.
I know people get confused between the horses and the cars. All horsepower.
Horses have 4 legs, cars have 4 wheels.
That's what it is.
There you go.
Now you tell me.
Can't fool you. Okay, more action from Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. It was the 10th on Saturday, a $25,000 preferred. This one a pace. Number 1, Earl Dale and Andrew McCarthy was 7-5. Number 3, the crazy wild speedball, Hurricane King Cole was 2-1 with Brett Miller. Number 2, Escape the News with Matt Cacaly was 3-1. And with a call, Jim Baviglia.
Earl Dale trying to hold off the charge of Hurricane King Cole on the outside. Bet on the law coming up 3 wide. Fleming M still there in the pocket. Top of the stretch. Earl Dale loses the lead now on the outside. Bet on the law in between Hurricane King Cole. Bet on the law, and Joe Pavia Jr. taking over.
All right, number 5, Fleming M. Who named that horse? Took him to the quarter in 26-1, but that wasn't quite fast enough to suit Earl Dale, who grabbed the top and cut the mile from there. Meanwhile, number 4, Bet on the Law, off at 5-1 with Joe Pavia Jr., worked at a perfect second over trip behind Hurricane King Cole and got to the wire before the Hurricane, winning at 1:48.4. Let me repeat that. It sounds vaguely important. 1:48.4. We all know that's real racehorse time. It's actually faster than real racehorse time, I got to tell you that.
How many times have I said on the show, like, 1:58.4?
Right.
Because the 1:48.4 doesn't really click with me.
Exactly right. It's too fast. You can't believe it, right? Okay, number 6, Muscles from Brussels. Love the name. A 19-1 bomber with Georgie Knapp grabbed 3rd.
Here's some interesting news. The Pennsylvania Harness Horsemen's Association, this is how much they care about the horses and then really having a level playing field for our bettors out there. There's this brand new, like, state-of-the-art machine that detects illegal performance drugs. It was like $700,000. The PHHA put in $470,000 into this machine, which will be at New Bolton Center. So thank you so much to the PHHA. And actually, I caught up with Ron Batoni recently to find out more about the machine. Ronnie, why is this machine such a great investment? I mean, the PHHA really put a lot of money into this state-of-the-art machine that's at New Bolton.
Well, they do have a machine down at the toxicology lab. However, it's got to be used to test all the samples from the 6 racetracks, so it doesn't give them much time to do research. So when Dr. Soma from New Bolton Center approached us, we went to the other organizations, and we thought it was a good investment. Not only that, it will actually, once they can detect these drugs, they'll be able to share it with the other labs in the country.
Basically, it just puts all the gamblers on a fair playing field. It's good for the horses. I mean, when this first came to you and they said, hey, what do you think about putting the money into it? Your first thought obviously is the benefit, the welfare of the horses.
Well, that's our main concern, the horse. The horse's health, his welfare. And we're not accusing anybody. We just want to make sure the playing field's level, and we'll go from there.
Tonight, Huge night at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. All these great limbs, and then next weekend on June 29th are all the finals. This is a big night. Just tell me about all the things that are going on.
Well, it was our choice to try to put all the races on one night. Rick Kane did a great job. You're looking at a lot of money, a lot of great horses. It's unbelievable tonight what it's going to be like.
Yeah, we mentioned Captain Treacherous will be there. I mean, you can't say enough all the great superstars, and we're so lucky to have them in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Ron.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron Bertoni, and great job for doing that, donating a lot of money for a terrific cause, not only to protect the betting public, but also to protect these equine athletes that perform so admirably year-round for these folks. Good stuff. Okay, stay with us when we come back. We got Sire Stake action. You will not believe how much from Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Don't go away.
Celebrity Maserati on the outside, uncorking a big move.
Tonight it's race night. $2 million, an unforgettable night of racing. Don't miss Sun Stakes Saturday, June 29th. At Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, race night is your time to shine.
Hi there, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. She's Heather Vitale, I'm Steve Ross, and we've got action as promised in the form of Pennsylvania Sire Stakes from Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Sunday's 8th was almost worth $80,000, and Heather's got that bad boy for you.
Yes, we've got 3-year-old colt trotters here. Number 4 is High Bridge, getting the most play on the board, and Jimmy Tactor.
Oh, hello.
Familiar name, okay, trainee here. Number 3 is Valley of Sin, 4-1 second choice, coming off 2 wins in a row at Pocono. And number 8 is Possessed Fashion. Has the fastest time this season in this group, but has like a super tough post position.
Up top, Tigress's Legacy by about 1.5 lengths over Possessed Fashion. Bloodstock's Hall Tab now on the outside, driving 4th. In behind that, Valley of Sin, and also High Bridge, now 5th, but still about 4.5 away. Then further back there to Boffin, all 8 out, and the special one. 3/4, 125 even. Things picked up on the back, 28 even. And now a big 3-wide move coming to the front here by Valley of Sin. High Bridge following that live cover as Bloodstock's Hall Tab fades on the inside. Boffin also looking for room. New leader here is Valley of Sin. High Bridge all out trying to get to him now. It's Valley of Sin and Mike Wilder, and he knows he's got this one.
Valley of Sin gets a great second over trip, and by the time they hit the last turn, like he's ready to like pounce on him, right? They hit the 3/4 pole. He's like looking back at his driver, Mike Wilder. He's like, hold on, Mike, all right? We're ready to roll here. Big 3-wide bid. They went in 154-1. High Bridge took second. All laid out was 3rd.
You were so animated. That was great. All right, Sunday's 10th, another Pennsylvania Sire Stake. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters, 80 dimes on the line, the 2nd and 3rd division. Number 5, Smoother Ride, was odds on at 4-5 with Brian Sears. Number 6, Creatine, with Mike LaChance, was 2-1. Number 4, Don't You Forget About Me. Don't you forget about me. Okay, what movie is it from?
It's from Pretty in Pink, Simple Minds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What movie though?
Oh, it's not Pretty in Pink. It's Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Good girl. Okay. Here's the call from Jim Baviglia.
Smoother Ride still on top. Outside, my man Can't, faltering just a bit. Here comes a 3-wide maneuver now from Vibe Blue Chip, and still waiting in the pocket. Don't you forget it. Top of the stretch. It's Smoother Ride still by a length. The earplugs out now, and Sears to the whip. Outside is Don't You Forget It. Coming through inside, Spider Blue Chip. Don't You Forget It, and Smoother Ride toe-to-toe late. Don't You Forget It up in time.
Smoother Ride and Don't You Forget It both left. Smoother Ride got the lead. Don't You Forget It tucked in second. And there they stayed until the stretch when the two battled. And to the wire with Don't You Forget It beating Smoother Ride and neck in 154-1. Number 2, Spider Blue Chip off at 7-1 with Dave Miller. Got 3rd now for Sunday's 12th. Yet another Pennsylvania Sire Stake. And with that one, the lovely Heather Vitale.
Thank you. Number 5, Raven Victory, 9-5 favorite in here because this horse has a dangerous duo of Tim Tetrick and Linda Toscano teaming up. Number 1 is a Perfect Yankee. Just one start so far this year, but that start happened to be a win. And number 9 is Celebrity Maserati. The outside post here, still getting some support at 9-2. He's won 3 out of 4 races this year going into this event.
A Perfect Yankee taking a slight lead there from Bluto on the inside. Outside is Keystone Ace. That one goes off stride, so the outer flow is going to be stymied a bit. Crystal Phenom third on the inside. Wind of the North now starts to make a move. Picture this fifth. Celebrity Maserati also getting going, but a Perfect Yankee getting away up front. Lead 2.5. 3/4, 126 even. 27-4 on the back. It's a Perfect Yankee by 2. Here comes the cavalry, though. Outside, Wind of the North. Inside, Bluto showing again. Celebrity Maserati getting ready to kick out wide. Top of the stretch. It's still a Perfect Yankee by about 2. Celebrity Maserati on the outside, uncorking a big move. Celebrity Maserati gonna zip right on by a Perfect Yankee.
The first part of the story is that the favorite goes off stride, which can change an entire race, as you know.
And the betting public loves when that happens.
I love it so much. So then there's a couple of lead changes, a lot of action happening up front, but then like out of nowhere, here comes Celebrity Maserati, like zooming down the stretch. I know, and Tom Jackson isn't even really asking him to go. Tommy's like texting on his phone and making a sandwich, and so Celebrity Maserati is just like, I totally got this, right? Oh my gosh, all my horses are like talking today. Didn't I have a horse talking earlier to his driver?
You did.
Yeah, and now this one's talking.
I got to tell you though, that part of my new deal, my new contract, I get a Maserati because I am in fact a celebrity. That's right. Didn't you get that too in yours?
Okay, yeah. They went in 154-4. A Perfect Yankee was second. A Picture This was third.
And stay with us when we come back. We have more Pennsylvania Sire Stake action, this time from the home base here at Harris, Philadelphia. So if you got to do something, do it quick. But get yourself back here. You'll miss something.
Normandy Invasion pushes clear of Twin Creeks Jesse past the winning post.
Feel the action. Get a taste of victory. Spice things up. And play to win.
Yeah!
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hi and welcome back. She's Heather, I'm Steve, and we have Pennsylvania Sire Stake action as promised. It's hot and heavy right here at Harris, Philly. It was Friday's third, and for 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, $80,000 in the line. Number 1 with a rail is Normandy Invasion, when there was a rail, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm so used to saying the rail, right?
Yeah.
But
we're all into old school today, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah.
I'm always into old school, darling. Normandy Invasion with Dave Miller was 1-5. Number 7, Twin Creeks Jesse was 5-1 with Corey Callahan. I like that nickname they're talking about for him, the Cobra. Are they talking about that for him?
No, it's the captain. It's official.
What's that? The Cobra's got spunk and guts and stuff.
Don't you have a race to get to?
Yeah. The rest all double-digit bombers. Let's see what took place. Here's the call with James Woodwright.
And Normandy Invasion's under siege. A little smoke takes over by a half length. Normandy Invasion's trying to fight back. Twin Creeks Jesse buried at the pegs with plenty of pace. Net 10 EOM moves 3 wide to try to stay on. Lex Vegas rallying late down to the final 16th. A little smoke still ahead in front. Net 10 EOM one last lunge. Lex Vegas widest of all. Net 10 EOM.
Normandy Invasion cut the mile and was looking good until number 6, Smoke a Little Smoke, looked him in the eye and grabbed the lead. It was short-lived, however, as both number 4, Net Tom Eom with Tim Tetrick, and number 5, Lex Vegas with Ron Pierce came a calling. In a blanket finish, it was Net Tom Eom, a 24-1 bomber with Tetrick, who just beat Lex Vegas a neck in 151-4. Smoke a Little Smoke, another neck back in third. Normandy Invasion faded to fourth.
And I'm up next. I have another sire stake, right?
All right.
All right, yes. Again, 3-year-old Cole Pacers, first 80 grand. Number 2 is Lone Wolf Courier. The 2 to 5 favorite was second in the Art Rooney at Yonkers just a couple weeks ago. And then number 6 is Some Kinda Beach, 5 to 2, trained by Irv Miller. And in the bike is his son, Marcus Miller.
Lone Wolf Courier is opening up effortlessly, heading to the far turn. Some Kind of Beach now 2 lengths back in second, and then it's 6 farther back to Come and Get Him, who's trying to hold third from a now uncovered Delaware Hanover, who is 9 lengths behind Lone Wolf Courier. Sir Richard Zetam launches a 3-wide bid, is going to easily get up into the third spot, but still has 9 lengths to make up on Lone Wolf Courier. 3/4, 121 and 1. Down to the final 16th, Lone Wolf Courier.
Lone Wolf Courier gets away fourth, and he comes first up just about the time that they hit that second turn, and then just gets to the front and just gets away from the field. So he actually is a Lone Wolf Courier. He's a lone wolf.
Got it.
And he's currying Brian Sears in the bike. Is that working for you? Okay. They win in 149 and 3. The fastest, by the way, of the Sire Stakes divisions on this day here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. Some Kind of Beach, couple lengths back for second. Sir Richard Zetam was third.
Sir Richard Zetam?
He's friends with Uncle Peter.
Friday's 11th at Harrah's, Philly. 3-year-old Colton Galley Paces, 80 grand on the line. Number 7, Dee Dee's Dragon with Yannick Gingras was even money. Number 2, Our Dragon King, maybe a hunch exacta there with Brett Miller. And number 5, Sir Michigan Zetam with Pat LaChance was 5 to 2. And here's James with that call.
Joey the Warhorse sticks ahead in front. Duend Donuts, no place to go. Moving wide from the back of the main group. Sir Michigan Zetam, 2.5 off last Native Style. 3/4 in 123 and 2. Coming to the top of the stretch. Deddy's Dragon fought back to reclaim command from a tiring Joey the Warhorse. Our Dragon King moves down to the open stretch, giving chase in the last 70. Deddy's Dragon all out. Our Dragon King one last lunge. Here's the line. Looked like Deddy's Dragon might have just held.
Dee Dee's Dragon wired in 151 and 2, just beating Our Dragon King, who set a perfect pocket trip by ahead. Number 3, Joey the Warhorse, great name, off at 9 to 1. With Corey Callahan got third. Stick around with us. Why? Because when we come back, we're going in the bike, and there is a $1 million harness race takes place north of the border of Mohawk. Stick around.
Captain Treacherous can't even keep up to the cover in front of him tonight, fourth on the outside.
Tonight, it's race night. $2 million, an unforgettable night of racing. Don't miss Sun Stakes Saturday, June 29th. At Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, race night is your time to shine.
Hi, welcome back. It's time to go in the bike, and this time we're going up to Mohawk. Boy, did they have a card. Boy, did they have a big race. The biggest of the big, the $1 million North America Cup final featuring all the finest 3-year-old pacing talent in the world, including last year's Horse of the Year, Captain Treacherous, and Heather's got that for you.
You're close. He was the Pacer of the Year?
Yeah.
Not the Horse of the Year?
Isn't he a horse?
Okay, yes. Number 4 is Captain Treacherous, 7 to 5 favorite. But yes, last year, as a 2-year-old, was the Pacer of the Year. That's the first time a 2-year-old has been named Pacer of the Year in 25 years. So he's quite a big deal, okay?
So are you saying that last year he was not a horse, but he came back at 3 as a horse? Is that about it? I don't want the folks to be confused. You know?
I'm already confused, all right? All right, so they must be too. This is the toughest competition, though, so far. He's had a couple starts this year. This is going to be a tough race for him. Number 2 is Vegas Vacation, second choice in here, trained by Casey Coleman. The Canadians love to bet. The Canadians. We've seen that on the show before. And Casey loves this horse, really touting him on Facebook and Twitter.
Captive Audience from Post 9 is going to work his way to the front. And it's Captive Audience, a 35 to 1 quarter pole leader, and he's there in 26 and 1. Back in his second is Fool Me Once. Philly on gave and Philly on goes. Right back around comes Fool Me Once for the the retake. Sitting third is Apprentice Hanover, then inside fourth Vegas Vacation. Racing just off the speed is Captain Treacherous fifth. Tetrick waits for Zeron to move, and here comes Vegas Vacation first over. So Captain Treacherous second over from in fifth now. Sixth through at the inside as they head up towards the midway point is Twilight Bonfire. Tipped out now, seventh goes Sunshine Beach. Going to shoot through at the rail. There's Pallone and Martini Hanover. Then to the outside, Wake Up Peter. Traffic woes for him. Not near as bad though as odds on Aquileus. He is back in 10th through a 54-second first half. To the final turn. Fool Me Once on the gas pedal right from the word go. Leads it by a length and a half. Captive Audience in the pocket spot. Vegas Vacation first up third. Captain Treacherous can't even keep up to the cover in front of him tonight. Fourth on the outside. Back there from in fifth as they track the turn and getting soft as they come off the final turn there. Apprentice Hanover, 3/4, 120 and 2, and turning for home. Filling on goes to work on Fool Me Once. Captive Audience on the outside, upset minded. Vegas Vacation in behind them. Captain Treacherous on the outside, still with work to do, but Tetrick's got the motor started on the big fella now. Here on the far outside comes the captain, and Captain Treacherous rushes up on the far outside. Captain Treacherous to win the Pepsi North America Cup.
Captive Audience gets to the front past the quarter pole, and then Fool Me Once takes over. You know, Captain Treacherous, he's like slowly and steadily moving up on the outside, 4.5 lengths back at the stretch. A lot of people were like, he's not getting there.
Right.
You know, my mom knew he was winning. That's right. She knew he was going to get there. Tony Alanya, the trainer, also knew because he knew his horse. And so everybody was like, wow, what a great stretch drive. Captain Treacherous does end up getting up, does end up winning. 148.4, a career best. Super fast Twilight Bonfire. Longest shot on the board. He's second. And then Wake Up Peter, who's also trained by Tony Alanya, gets third.
Wake Up Peter!
So, by the way, the first North America Cup that Tim Tetrick has won. So this is a huge deal for Timmy Tetrick.
Is this the last big race he hasn't won in his life? This is it? He hit a wall now?
I don't know, but guess what?
What?
Charlotte McBride caught up with him to find out more about the North America Cup.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with driver Tim Tetrick. Tim, a huge week for you, winning the North American Cup for the first time in your career. What was that accomplishment like?
Well, it was very good. It was always on my bucket list, but anytime in any race that goes for $1 million is cool to win, and you know, definitely want to get that one out of the way and get the first one win in the North American Cup is always cool.
Take me through that race. Did you know from the start that Captain Treacherous could win this thing?
Oh yes, going into it, I thought I had the best horse, and you know, my horse coming into the race really well. It was only his third or fourth lifetime start of the year, but you know, he trained really well, and he's come into the race super, and his elimination win was very good and strong, and he paced all the way to the wire. And you know, if nothing really bad happened, I thought I had a great shot.
You were also able to give trainer Tony Alanya his first win at the North American Cup. What was that like?
Oh, it's good. Me and Tony come from the great state of Illinois. We kind of moved our way out here, you know, quite a few years back. Tony's done a great job, moved his stable up, and got a lot of horses now, and you know, I'm super proud of him.
Seems like you've done it all. So what's next on the bucket list? Anything else to check off?
I mean, I want to win the jug. You know, I haven't got to that yet, but now I just want to win them all again. So, you know, it's always good to win the big races.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Timmy, and thank you, Charla. And boy, I can't wait to see the future races of that great horse, Captain Treacherous. Pretty neat stuff.
Well, guess what? He's going to be at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs tonight, June 22nd. Yeah. He's going to be in one of the eliminations for the Max Hemp. Eliminations up the wazoo at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs tonight. We've got Max Hemp eliminations, Ben Franklin in eliminations, Lynch eliminations, Earl Beal eliminations. Yeah. The entire card, I mean, I'm telling you, we're talking major superstars. Golden Receiver's there, Foyle Dickens there. Get out to the track and watch it. Or, of course, you can watch it simulcast at Harris, Philadelphia, but you want to be there in person. If you can get there, be there in person. The finals, by the way, will take place a week from tonight, which will be June 29th.
And we'll have them for the folks, of course. And also, Harris, Philadelphia, not to be outdone. Family Fun Day is Sunday. Come on out. They got food specials, drink specials, fun stuff taking place between races. It's all good. Okay. And for all of us here at PA Harness Week, including Bruce Casella, Charlotte McBride, Kelly Connors, and my lovely partner, Heather Vitale, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to pick up the pace and get high on harness.
It's only natural.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside Eric Brett Messenger to the air.